Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. In today's video we are going to take a look at how to approach a illusion paper cut. I got this request quite some time back, but because of other commitments and other projects I have not been able to make a video on it. But here we are. So guys, let's get started. So first of all, what is an illusion paper cut? So illusion designs are those designs basically which are printed in 2D, but if you take a look at it from different angles, it gives an illusion of 3D. So for example, if the design that you look at on screen, you can see that there are 4 petals which are spiraling towards the center, and at the same time the width of those spirals or those petals is decreasing as they move towards the center. So it gives an illusion of those stripes are moving inward, especially if you move the paper around. So for these kind of paper cuts, you will see that it will mostly be in black and white, or basically 2 color design it will be, which can be any colors, but in this case it is a black and white color. And what you have to take care when you are selecting such designs is that you are able to you are able to isolate either the black color or the white color completely. So that means that if you remove the white color, all the remaining black color will remain interconnected, and vice versa. If that is not the case, then the design is not going to actually work, because then the parts of the design will just fall off as you do the cutting. So you have to be very careful about that. Additionally, you will see that some parts of the designs will be very easy to cut, like you see the outer parts where there are bigger and bigger stripes, and then there will be some parts of the designs which are not easy to cut, the inner ones. So in my case, if you can see that the black color is completely interconnected, but the white colors are in isolated blocks. Those white triangles, the long pointed triangles, are in isolated blocks. Also at the very center, the design is very small. Those white portions are extremely itsy bitsy, very small. So you have to be very careful when you are cutting those white centers, especially the smaller areas, because it's very easy to overcut and remove the black area also. With some practice it will become easier for you to do so. I have done a lot of illusion paper cuts, but this was a paper cut that I had not done for quite a long time, so I also made few errors. Also, if you'll notice that the knife that I'm using for this is the DAFA pencil knife. I'm not using my regular Olfa paper cutting knife, because this knife comes with a much smaller blade, a very pointed small blade, and it is very useful for these kind of precision paper cuts. As you move outwards, you can switch your knife to your regular knife, but for the inner ones, I would recommend that you go for a smaller blade knife for this, because this is a very precision work. So that was point number 1 you have to remember about illusion paper cuts, that you have to be very careful at the center. The next point is that normally you will see illusion paper cuts will have a similar kind of structures, either merging inwards or going outwards, or isolated circles of different shapes, creating the illusion of a 3D shape or something like that. Or it can be equally spaced squares also, or equally spaced triangles also. But what is something that is common across all these designs is that the areas that you need to cut will be very close to each other. So the margin of error is extremely small. What it means is that as you are approaching the pointed ends of the area that you want to remove, you have to be very careful, because even a small slip and you will move into a specific area within your design which you don't want to remove, and that will kind of ruin your design. So you have to be extremely careful when you are doing that, and this is especially true at the center. The third thing that you need to take care of is that if the design has similar patterns repeating, going inwards or outwards, like in this case, then you don't finish one of the portions completely, that is from center and moving towards the out completely, because then it will destabilize your paper. uh, as I have told many times before in my other paper cut videos also, that never remove the big portions from your design early on. Always remove the small portions first and then move towards the bigger portions, because the more paper you remove from your design, the more unstable your paper becomes. So you have to be careful about that. So instead of removing one complete portion fully, what you do is that you remove equal portions from all the parts. So as you can see that I have removed few pieces from one of the sides, then I'm removing few pieces from the other side, then I'm removing few pieces from the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. So this ensures that my design is stable as I keep on removing pieces of paper. Another thing that you need to take care of is when you are selecting the design, always ensure that there is a buffer border. The border will basically enable you to remove the design from your base paper completely. So as you can see that there is a thin black border across the design on all the four sides, which will enable me to completely remove this design out of the paper on which it is printed. Also, apologies for my head coming in front of the camera. I did not realize while I was shooting it, so kindly ignore that. Another thing that you see me doing right now is that I am cutting the longer sides of the pieces that I am removing first, and then I am kind of removing or cutting on the smaller side and then removing the paper. Now what this enables me to do is to keep my paper stable by leaving one side uncut and just cutting on the other sides. So what I can do is that I can cut all the longer sides, leaving one side of the triangle uncut, and once I have done this for all the four sides, then I can start removing the papers. It reduces the chances of me tearing up my paper, especially for bigger pieces that I have to remove at the end of the design. So here I am almost done with my design. I'm just removing the design from the paper on which it printed. Reverse it and you get the actual paper cut. To get the illusion effect, you need to make some movement on the cut that you have done. So normally I place my illusion paper cuts against a black background, because that gives a really good effect, and as you move your camera you get a nice illusion effect. So guys, this was a very simple illusion paper cut that I thought I would just share with you guys. I'll be covering more complex illusion paper cuts in my future videos. If you guys liked this video, then please don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Also to subscribe to my channel for regular videos on paper arts, string arts and other forms of multimedia arts. And I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.